It's game on for Minnesota high school volleyball players. Tonight marks the season opener for 2020 as the Totino-Grace Eagles get ready to host the Osseo Orioles, two teams that each won at least 17 matches a year ago. Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball is live next on CCX. To Totino-Grace High School and coverage of Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball on CCX. John Jacobson and Andy Gugersberg with our season opener for 2020. And Andy, this was a season we didn't know that was going to happen until a few weeks ago. There was talk, back in August that volleyball and football were going to move to a spring season. And all of a sudden, here we are playing on October 8th. But we couldn't be happier to be back and bringing this to you.
Absolutely true. We are excited to be back here, ready to play some good volleyball. It's been way too long. It's been way too long since we've seen these kids compete. The excitement in the air, even without fans, has been really good. And we are excited to see the starters here for Osseo. John, take it away for us.
Yeah, Osseo with the not a lot of experience. Some varsity girls back from last year, including Riley Steester, who's really had an outstanding career for Osseo. They are the visitors tonight, but they lost a really good senior crew last year, Andy.
Yeah, they had some definite leadership. They had 3 Division I volleyball players on that team last year. Graduated all 3 of those. Steester's been a varsity player for 4 years, kind of been the back chair up until this year. As she goes, Osseo goes this year.
Totino-Grace is a new head coach in Kelsey Belisle, has a club varsity club coaching experience and been a JV head coach at a couple different programs. First year with this Totino program and just trying to bring this team together here in a couple short weeks to get them ready to play. They've got a really good player in Bryn Smith, who's a senior. He's going to play at Gustavus next year. But you're in the first match of the year, both coaches are going to find out what they have.
Yeah, Bryn Smith, a special player, going to DS libero at Gustavus, but at the high school level, she's going to be a 6 rotation outside hitter and definitely take the reins and take this team to where it's going to go. In talking with Kelsey before the match started, you can tell that there's just this wide-eyed optimism about what this team can do this year. Right now, we spent a lot of time since the pandemic hit at the end of March just trying to figure out what these kids can do. How do we get them to play a game? How do we get them the mental focus and the ability to do something they love to do? So I think, speaking as a guy who does this for a living, this is what we're here for. We're here to watch these kids play the game. We're here to watch these kids just be together and compete, something that they've been doing, some of them probably since they were 7-8 years old. I feel really excited for this senior class on both sides of the net. They're actually going to get a season this year. Kudos to the high school league and to everybody else who's just been working tirelessly, especially over the last 3 weeks, to get this to go. And we are excited to have the first whistle from Tim Harlow here in live volleyball action.
Glad you can join us tonight. There are a few parent volunteers tonight, but for the most part, other than our crew, you and I, the players, coaches, this is an empty gym. Now, that's going to change in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about that as the night goes on, but the season's starting for high school volleyball teams, no fans.
Absolutely. And I think, in talking with a couple of athletic directors around the area, the number one concern is keeping these kids safe and giving these kids the opportunity to play as much of a full season as they can. And the original ruling was we're going to go without spectators in order to give them the opportunity to stay safe. And that's where we're sitting right now. As we get going a little bit later, there'll be some fans coming in, 2 per athlete, and that's pretty exciting stuff for the families as well.
That'll happen the week of October 19th. Totino-Grace will serve to start match 1. Abby Zier, junior setter, will start us out, and we are underway with the 2020 season. Set outside, off the block. Nice dig by Smith in the back row. Tapped over. Dug up back row. And their tack missing in the point for Totino-Grace.
Yeah, good transition play. Anytime you can get your middle of the ball in transition, McGeehan really gets available there. Tall, big kid in the middle. They could go to her a lot here.
And into the net. We're tied up at 1.
Totino going to run a 6-2, and it sounds like they're going to run kind of an iron 7. Very limited subs for them throughout the day. We'll see how that works out.
Elena Bauer Jr. gets the first serve of the season for Osseo. Back row handled by Janelle Strike. They go to Steester. That gets blocked. Grace keeping it alive. Left side, and that is long. Off the hand of Cecilia Delmonico. And Osseo has the lead at 2-1.
Yeah, good idea to take that ball deep down the line. Delmonico just misses deep.
Floats back row to Smith. We go to the middle, back to Smith and over. Back set, ball crawling over the net. Eagles handle that. They'll go back to Delmonico, misses again, and Orioles with 3 in a row here to start set 1.
Yeah, another good rally. As we talked with both coaches beforehand, as you're going to hear a lot, winning the serve and pass game going to be very important. Totino not getting ace, but not putting that ball right where we need it. That's a nice pass, as they're able to set middle and go quick. And they get point.
Yeah, and they got it to the middle to Alex McKeon, who got the kill for the Eagles' point.
Yeah, nice. When they get a good pass, then you're able to get your middle involved. And there we see middle back. She's not quite ready to take that ball with her hands, kind of pre-commits, does streak.
Grace Arndorfer in for Totino-Grace now, replacing McGeehan. That goal goes back row. Smith handles a quick set. And the ball is touched by the Orioles, and it's a point for the Eagles, and the kill for Arndorfer. Just into the match. And Abby Embacher will serve for Grace. They're tied up at 3. Race to that ball, goes to Steester off the block, and down for an Osseo point.
Yeah, Steester never been afraid to take a big swing as she does there. New to her this year, serve reception, as she's been a right side for her previous varsity experience. This year they're putting her on the left so they can get her some more volleyballs. You can see Totino kind of going after her as well.
She'll go to Michigan Tech to play next year. Back set, handled in the back row by Teckham. All tipped over, handled by the Eagles. Good rally here, back set, over. That's picked up by and Smith. Ball goes off of Strike and out. And we're tied at 4.
Nice long rally there, good disciplined defense. You can tell in talking with Coach Mandy Beering before the match started, she said that her core pod got to be together most of the summer, and you can see by the way they're playing together exactly how that works.
Delmonico with the serve. Outside Steester. Dug up by Embacher, but up and out of play. Point Osseo. They take the lead back again. Substitution for Osseo as Zeta Grebinow will come in now for the first time tonight. Good attack left side, picked up by the Orioles. Steester with a tap, who was ready for it there was DeZurek. 4 hits on Osseo's side, and Eagles get a point.
Good back and forth volleyball here. Seeing some quick turnaround, some good side out volleyball.
Zurich serve. Steester on the other side, and this time able to split between the two Eagles players, off hands and down.
Steester obviously more comfortable on the right side there, takes a nice healthy swing off the edge of the block and down for a point.
And she'll serve here, floating it across. Smith handled that. Left side, big attack, good block. On the other side by Bernice Barlew. Swing, good block. Arnsdorf getting up along with Zier. McGrallen, it's out. And point for the Eagles.
Really impressed with the net play on both teams here. That's a lot of blocks and good coverage as well. You don't see that typically this early in the match and or in the season, but their blocking is pretty on point right now on both sides of the net.
Arndorfer delivers a hard serve. Teckham got that to get the ball back and they get into the net. And the Eagles go back and forth and trading leads here early in set one. Osseo last year, 20 wins, lost in the section semifinals to eventual state 3A champion Wayzata. Grace got to the 5-2A final, lost in 5 sets to Watertown Mayor, won 17 matches in 2019. But a lot of players from both those teams that I just talked about have graduated.
Yeah, when you look at what these rosters looked like last year, let's take a look at this play again here. Got a nice back set, good high swing, looking for the end line and just missing. Oh no, she did find the back line there. It's a nice swing into the deep six.
Zier with the kill there, and now another point for Grace. And they've got their biggest lead of the night at 9-6.
Yeah, you were talking about graduating a lot of talent, and both teams did just that. But when you're in a high school program, it's about how you develop the upcomers that really matters for your future seasons. Is it we had a good class or do we have a good program? And I think both of these programs are pretty storied. They've been around for a while. There's a lot of talent in the gym. There's a lot of fire. Both of these teams could do some damage here in this quick season.
Embacher back in for Totino-Grace and for Osseo. Chang in for the first time. The front row, it gets blocked down and then picked back up again. Cross. Right side, dug up by Steester off the support below the ceiling and straight down. That's a tough ball to play, and it's a point for the Eagles.
Great hustle here, no quit attitude. Really nice swing and eventually up into the rafters, as you said. Tough play for Osseo.
Serve for Smith. Outside, cross court and down. Nice kill, Elena Bauer.
Yeah, Bauer with a nice swing there into the cross court. Does a nice job. We'll take a look here. The pass means that the block, oh wow, she rolled that over the block. Really nice shot. I thought she had beat the seam, and as it turns out, she went over the top.
Eliana Teckham.
Oh. We got a foot fault. Yeah, we got a foot fault there on the serve.
Back to a 3-point lead. One time through the rotation, and Zier back serving again. Steester in the middle. Strong swing picked up by the libero. And then down. It's an Osseo point. Grace player in the net.
Yeah, good. That's a great heads-up play to dump that ball. Steester sees it. Really good idea by the middle to go up and get that ball, but she does catch the net.
And this one off of Embacher and out. That's an ace. Bauer has her team back to within a point at 11-10. And Bauer, another good serve.
Home court.
Smith and then over by DeZurek. This little dump over. Great play by Embacher to keep it alive. And it's down, the point for the Eagles.
Really nice play here. We got a pancake to pick that ball up and then just chucked across. Great hustle, great communication, and Osseo not ready to make that second play.
That was a good play by Zier to get the ball over.
Absolutely.
Result in the point. Served by Embacher. Quick set, Steester off hands. Picked up by Embacher from the left side down, and a kill for Delmonico, who missed on a couple of swings earlier in the set, gets this one down for a point.
Yeah, she went all speed on those first couple swings and almost hit him off the back wall. She takes a little off it, finds some court in front. They all score the same to me.
That's an excellent serve and an ace. Abby Embacher, senior libero. And it's 14-10.
Ball has some nice float on it. Bauer just takes her eye off the ball for a second there and it floats past her.
Another great serve, back-to-back aces.
Yeah, Embacher really lethal from behind the line there. It's not often you have your libero scoring this many points for your team, and we'll get a timeout here as Mandy Berrien's going to talk it over with the team. I think the initial wow of we're playing volleyball is now over. Mandy does a great job. We're going to let them get all the way around, let them figure out exactly how they're going to be comfortable next to each other. Few things that I've noticed. Number one, Steester stepping in front of other people to take a ball, not something you normally see from a first-year passing outside. You can tell she's the senior leader for this team. Look for her to get a lot of balls here coming out of this timeout. On the other side of it, Steester also dug a couple balls into the ceiling. It's a lower ceiling here than it is at Osseo. Totino dug a ball into the ceiling. They're used to it. They're able to play that out. That's the one true home court advantage you're going to have. The other big home court advantage you normally have in these situations is the student section. Obviously, that's not here today. So that's what you need to take advantage of. You need to understand how your gym plays, what, and it is. It's my wife coached at Blaine for 15 years, and that was always one of the big complaints from teams coming in there is there's a couple pretty low beams that Blaine seems to know how to play that other schools didn't quite have.
Out of the timeouts, Embacher looks to continue her little run. Steester pushes that one long, and it's 16-10.
That spot was open. They had been sucking up on Steester as she's been unloading on some balls, hitting them pretty sharp. It was open. She just missed it.
Long run by Teckham, but she does get to that ball. Set outside, Delmonico down for another kill. A good set from Zier.
Zier trusting Delmonico, really coming alive here after those first couple swings. She's gone, I believe, 3 for 3 on her last 3 balls.
And on the overpass, knocked down by Arndorfer. 18-10.
18-10. Winning the serve and pass game matters a lot here. It's a great angle here. Yeah, that was all ball. Net moved a lot, but it was a lot of ball.
Steester again off her hands, up off the beam and straight down. That's happened a couple of times. Grace on a huge run here. 8 points in a row.
Yeah, Embacher really dialed in from the service line.
Back row handled by Strike. Steester gets blocked as Arndorfer gets up the junior middle. She's fired up.
That's a huge block off a perfect pass. They go outside. Steester trying to cut it around the block instead of going over the small block here. I'd like to see her take that ball down the line if she gets another shot.
Embacher here finally misses on a serve, but she puts her team in good position here in set one, up 20-11 now.
Yeah, 20-11. Right now it's just a manage of first touch here. All Totino needs to do is take care of this first ball, get a quick side out, or a missed serve will give them the exact same result.
Janelle Strike, she's a freshman, puts that one in the net. 21-11. And it goes to Delmonico. Arlu over. Nice dig up by Delmonico. They get the ball to the middle and put over by Zier and drops between the Orioles. And it's 22-11.
Yeah, Totino definitely running away with this set here as everything they're touching seems to be going right where they want it.
Osseo going to Steester off the net, dug up by Zier. Left side, and Smith, a tough angle, couldn't get that one over. Orioles get a point.
Yeah, out of system ball there. Smith not able to get wide to it, not able to bring that ball back inside the antenna.
Smith will play at Gustavus next year.
Yeah, it's a nice get for Coach Sheridan and Gustavus. She's going to do some really nice things for that team.
That one off the beam that time. Eagles unable to play it. Off Arndorfer and down. 22-13.
A little confusion at the scorers table here. We'll get at and figure it out.
Zeta Griebenau to serve for the Orioles. And missed first pass, with Grace able to recover. Tap over and down for a point.
Smarter, not harder. They've been hitting some balls into the block. There she reaches up over the top of the block in front of a diving backcourt. It's a really nice spot for that ball.
Good play by Eliana Checkham to get that ball down. This one into the net. And the Orioles give it back, and we're at 23-14. Easters with a question now for Tim Harlow.
And we got a rotation issue, trying to get things figured out. Mandy Burry noticing that something didn't look right in their serve reception during that last rotation, and wanted to get it cleared with the up ref Tim Harlow, who communicated with his down ref to watch for overlaps, etc. And we're back to live volleyball.
And that one, Checkham trying to attack, and the Eagles able to get up, and they have played really well, Andy, in this first set.
Yeah, Totino definitely firing on all cylinders.
Set point. On the overpass, Arndorfer knocking it down. And it's 25-14, Totino-Grace pulling away, scoring 14 of the last 18 points to win it.
Yeah, it was a tight game, and then we had, I believe it was Embacher went back and ran a bunch of points off in a row, and Osseo not able to come back after that 9-point run, and they trail here 1-0.
Take a look at that last point again.
That's the fourth or fifth overpass kill that Totino had in this set. Serve receive needs to get cleaned up if Osseo is going to come back and turn this into a good match.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Set 2 next on CCX. Totino-Grace Osseo Volleyball. Live tonight from Grace.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back to Totino-Grace High School. The Eagles leading the Osseo Orioles 1-0. First night of volleyball for 2020. Andy, you coach club volleyball, as you alluded to in that the first set. What was that fall season like? Because you thought, well, it was not going to be high school season. We want to give these girls some kind of opportunity to play.
Yeah, I think, in August, when the high school league said there won't be volleyball this fall, we went to work. We probably put in, I talked with my boss, and he thinks I put in about 200 hours in 3 weeks trying to get everything situated so we could put a league together for the kids. We ran one down in our gym. Select, Kokoro, and a few other clubs ran one around the metro as well. Had some great feedback on what was going on. I remember the girls were just tears of joy when they got to play that first week or that second weekend in September. And then when we got the reading, whatever it was, September 21st, that they would be starting practice on the 28th, that caused a whole nother round of chaos. And as much as it was hard for us, I talk with my friends who are varsity coaches, my friends who are athletic directors, and just the complete chaos. But when you get to a moment like this, when you get the opportunity to watch these girls play, it's all worth it. All the work we've done, all the opportunity we have for these kids, excited to see what they're about right now.
The initial ruling in August was that they were going to move volleyball and football to modified spring season, roughly March 15th to May 15th. Thankfully, we won't have to see what that would have looked like, because that would have competed with club volleyball again.
Absolutely. It would have been really hard for those kids.
With the regular club season.
Yep, absolutely.
Not to mention football, perhaps on a frozen turf. But we'll have our football kickoff tomorrow night on CCX. We start set 2. Orioles looking to rally. First point goes to Osseo. What do they need to do better, Andy, here in game 1 as we see the kill for Bauer?
I think they got to take care of the serve-receive ball. They got to serve a little bit tougher, see if they can get Totino out of system. They win the serve and pass. This one's probably going to go Osseo's way. I think they're more athletic than Totino. They just aren't executing.
Checkums, ball going to Embacher in the back row. Pushed over by McGeehan. Little quick dump over for a point. That's Riley Sharapata with the point.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that falls in the first couple weeks of the season. Once defenses get a little more disciplined to get their eyes on the right thing, that won't fall. But as long as it's scoring, stay on it. Got a whistle here. R2 made a call here. I don't know if he called in a rotation violation or what, but there we see Steester again getting a lot of work here talking to Tim Harlow. That's her second or third time walking over there to get everything situated. We'll see how things go. Tim Harlow, probably one of the top 5 officials in the state, has worked a lot of high-end college matches, but with no college going on right now, puts himself very available, so we're lucky to have him here.
Jim Harlow and I go way back. We went and grew up in the same church. He's a few years younger than me, and he was older
really?
than Sister Amy as well. And we've known the Harlow family and Tim for a long time.
Very cool. Now we have a rotation violation called on the Totino squad as I believe they had their libero on the wrong side of, their setter who's in the back court was on the wrong side of their libero there. So they've got that situated. First night issues for sure.
Right. That serve is long, and so Grace that way gets their first point of set 2, trailing 3-1. Gonna be Zier back to serve. Another rotation point taken against Grace here.
Yeah, trying to get used to this rotation, trying to get everybody situated. It's got a timeout here. Totino going to talk this one over, trying to make sure. And again, they're not running a traditional. It seems to me like their setters aren't in the typical spot where their setter is leading the outside. So it goes setter, outside, middle, setter, outside, middle. They're running some different stuff to get their best athletes in a better opportunity to take some bigger swings. And when you do that and kids are used to running a certain way, you've really got to keep them locked in and mindful of, okay, in this rotation, you've got to be aware that you got to be between player X and player Y. Now, my personal opinion, match 1 of the season, let's go ahead and talk them through it. I don't think we need to start awarding points this quickly, but Tim will do that. Tim will be a stickler for the rules. It's what you love and what you hate about him. So I think they've got it situated now. Maybe.
Bauer serving. Smith getting the ball up. Sear and then over by Claire Mikulich. And Steester with her biggest swing tonight with the kill for Osseo.
That time she didn't try and work around the big block. She went over the smaller block. That's a really nice swing for her.
(5-1) Orioles here after dropping the first set. Bauer serve, played back row by DeMonico. Zier and then over by Smith for a point.
Such a smart hitter Smith is there. Sees the opening as everybody's kind of backing off, getting ready to take a free ball, and she drops a roll shot in front of him.
Ambacher serves off Steester. Had strike behind her, but perhaps didn't see her and couldn't get a good pass on that ball. Good hands on it.
Yeah, when you got a senior standing next to a freshman, the freshman's got to really use her voice or she's going to get pinched out.
Yeah, and that's off Bauer and back-to-back aces. We saw this in set one. Abby Ambacher serving a run of points to really help the Eagles pull away in that first set and win it. Trying to rally her team here. Now, as I say that, gives one back.
Listen, I just got a call from Kennedy Orr's mother who reminded me of me calling her miss serve to lose the state title a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
You've got a lot of jinx ahead of you before we're even up here.
Right.
Another rotation fault.
Yeah, that state championship against Champlin Park, when
Yep.
she's going back to the back row. She's
Yep.
had some problems serving tonight. Let's see what happens here. Sure enough, into the net.
Mm-hmm.
Not funny for the Orr family, but.
Well, here we go. Now Tim's coaching them up, getting them where they need to be. And this is kind of what day one's going to have. It's going to have some of this. Are we in the right spot? Do we need to make a move? They've got them situated. First-year head coach. These are some of the growing pains you're going to have. It's a good set.
And that ball off a couple of hands, but the Orioles recover and over. Comes Delmonico, cross court, played up by Bauer. Steester getting blocked. Good hands on that by Mikulich. Tapped at the net over by Arndorfer. Good long rally here. Terrific play by Checkham to get it back into play. Here back outside to Mikulich. Played back row off the ceiling down. And it's a Grace point. Good rally, a lot of good touches on both sides of the net. Grace gets the point in the end.
Nice, exactly right. Great rally, good effort from both sides, playing whistle to whistle. That's what we're excited to see at this point in the season.
Here's Steester. That's out off. Arndorfer with a terrific block, getting it down, I should say, not out for a point.
Huge block. Arndorfer well across there as that ball gets blocked. Excited with her and her teammates.
She's had a couple of really good blocks and timing it really well against Steester tonight. Off Steester, off the basketball hoop. Bauer able to play that and over. Outside, good swing on it by Smith, but the Orioles got a piece of that. Check him back, touched over. Eagles ready, another rally, and this one put by Mikulich between players, getting in between Barlow and Steester. The Eagles down 5-1 at one point, have come back to tie it at 7.
Yeah, Mikulich not in a position to take a big swing, does a really nice job of throwing that ball between the blockers.
Steester down. Delmonico diving after it, but it's the senior for the Orioles that puts her team back in front.
Yeah, I'll take a look at this nice swing. Again, when she decides to not attack the middle blocker, Steester's been very effective here.
Good float serve there. Delmonico able to get to it and pushed a little wide by Arndorfer. Point for Osseo.
Yeah, I like the routes they're running here in the middle for Totino. The middle blocker for Osseo staying in the middle, which means that gap set, or the 31A, whatever you want to call it, seems to be open. And it looks like, yep, another rotation fault. Kelsey really kind of getting on her kids, making sure they know she's aware of it now. She's got her little rotation wheel out there to make sure everybody's in the right spot. These are day one jitters. They'll get it figured out.
Well, the serve here by Griebenau. Ball to the middle, and Arndorfer got on top of that one. Good set by Zier. And put away with authority by Grace Arndorfer.
Yeah, that's a really, it's almost a 32. It's a little higher than normally you would run that set, but if the block isn't going to adjust, go ahead and hang it and let her go get it.
Mikulich serving. Teckham back to Steester. Out, and a point for the Eagles.
Nice healthy swing from Steester there. She just misses.
Grace trying to tie it up here in set 2. Arndorfer in the front row, just a little tap on that ball to get it down. We're tied at 10.
Arndorfer gets up well here. Another overpass kill for Totino as they're tied up 10-10.
Mikulich going at Steester. Gets it, trying to go down the line, and does. Orioles back in front.
Yeah, Steester's got some big swings with authority. She's just got to keep all of them in front of her in order to run points without giving away a few.
Delmonico running the ball, Mikulich. And Delmonico can't get that one over, and 2 in a row for Osseo, and lead 12-10.
Compound error there from Delmonico. She misses the pass and then compounds the error. We'll see how she recovers.
Left side swing by Zier. It's down. Osseo had some problems with that ball, and the Eagles get the point.
You think you can take a breath because Arndorfer goes to the back row, but unfortunately, I think they just got taller as McGeehan comes into the front row again.
Osseo having some problems, Andy, passing right now. Now Grace has come back to tie it again.
Yeah, it's that first touch, and then if the first touch isn't there, the setter's got to understand, let's just make it high to somebody who can put a ball in play. They're trying to run too fast with a poor pass.
Strike gets the pass up. Teckham, and then over. And that will not return by Grace. Point for Osseo.
And that's exactly what we were just talking about. That passes off the net. We get a bump set to somebody who can take a swing. It's not even a jumping swing. She just stands on the ground and hits a roll shot at the setter, causing confusion and leading to a point.
Pana Chang, the senior, played briefly in set 1, back in. Another rotation point, an error on Totino-Grace.
That's 5 or 6 of those this set.
And now Brent Smith will come over.
So they've spun their lineup. And again, yeah, this is a typical. Oh, they are. Make sure I got this right. So 15 is in the 1. Libero's in the 6. Yeah, it's a unconventional lineup. She's got her setter leading her middle instead of trailing her middle.
That's tough for Grace. Yes, they're wrong, but they're losing points of it, Andy, here, and trailing by 2, trying to recover. Good jig up in that back row there by Chang. This one gets down, Osseo point. 15-12 Orioles, their biggest lead tonight.
Yeah, we see this great layout there by Chang. Nice bump set. And then the just tip across into the what we call the campfire, that area in the middle of the court at the 10-foot line. And we call it that because on a good tip, you'll have 4 players that will all take like 2 steps to it and then look at somebody else like they're standing around a campfire warming their hands, and that's exactly what that was there.
I love that.
Yeah. Right now, everything that wasn't going Osseo's way in set 1 is going their way. Yeah, the rotation faults are giving them some points, but they're also taking pretty good care of the first ball. Steester's had a couple hiccups in serve reception. The freshman, is it? Strike, thank you. Freshman Strike's had a couple, but she hasn't been clean aced. The ball has been up, and somebody's been able to take a second touch. And when they take care of that and get into a transition game, we're seeing what Osseo can do. On the other side, Totino just needs to remember, hey, put yourself in the position to make a play, do something productive with the ball, and let the chips fall where they may.
The 15-12 Orioles here in set 2. Chang serving, float winning, floating to the back row to Embacher. Pushed across by Smith. Backer goes to Teckham off the pass from Gribanow. Eagles respond. Smith with a big swing. Orioles keep it alive. Crossed by Steester, dug up by Delmonico. Dump over, but Steester ready for that ball from Mikulich. Outside they go to Smith again, rolls it across. Teckham able to play that. Chang up, over, across, and that one wide. And it's
Call was in. Call was in and held. That ball trickled down the line. Take a look here.
Yep.
Yeah, looks right. That's a great call there. Great camera work again, gentlemen.
16-12. Outside set, that is down. Bauer with the kill.
Yeah, Bauer definitely the 0-2 as Steester's going to take the big swings. Bauer's just going to hit this roll shot, get it through the block and down for a point, and it's 17-12.
A tip to the middle and pushed across by Zier. Running up on it, Bauer. Smith into the net for that attack. And Osseo has opened up a 6-point lead here in the second set.
I feel like there's another way they could get out of this rotation, but it's something you probably got to practice ahead of time. They could move Smith, but...
Smith here getting it across.
My theory there was they needed to find a way to get her the ball at a serve receive. They do there on a good pass, and Smith finally gets him out of that rotation.
Smith to serve, trying to rally her team here in set 2. Steester handled by McGeehan in the front row. Crossed by Bauer. She'll get another kill.
McGeehan with a great Reagan Pittman impersonation there. Pittman the middle for the Gophers. Anytime somebody tries to tip a ball directly over the block, she just takes a second jump and throws it down. Does a nice job on that one as well. But the long rally or the short rally won by the Bauer swing.
Second serve. Played by Zier. Big swing, Delmonico. Yeah, that one gets over, but not in.
Significantly closer than I thought it was going to be right there.
Eagles with some work to do, still trailing by 5 and not in a position where you can trade points. They need a 6-7-0 rally, 6-1. Give them a shot here in this set. He's off. Out of play, another Eagles point.
Put it in play and get Osseo uncomfortable. It's 2 in a row.
Steester across, that'll be out. 3 in a row, and Osseo is going to take time out before this gets away from them. Still leading, though, 19-16 in set 2.
Mandy Berrien, knowing her team, knowing that there's a little bit of uncomfortableness setting into the team. She just wants to tell them to relax. Hey, guys, remember, we're up by 3 here. Let's just take care of a pass, put this ball up, let our setter run the offense. Hitters, go take your swing, put the ball in front of somebody. That's all they need to do here to get to 20. Totino, on the other hand, feeling like they might be back in this thing. They get a couple more good serves here, get this maybe back in 17-18 before siding out. I believe, if I've got my tracking done right here, Embacher should be their next server, and we know she's capable of going on a run if they get the ball to her. I think they've got the lineups figured out, the rotation figured out, and I think they've been called out of rotation or near out of rotation in just about every rotation now, so I think they know what it needs to feel like and look like in order to play the game the right way.
(19-16) with Abby Zier serving into the net.
Coach timeout, coach point there.
2016 Orioles. Bryn Smith there directing Delmonico where to be before that serve was put in play. McGeehan can't get it to get over. So 2 points out of the timeout for Osseo, and they're back up by 5. Good serve by Bauer. Delmonico handling it. Zier to the middle and pushed across by Embacher. Strike gets a first touch on it. They'll go back to Delmonico again into the net.
A block cover repeat is very hard on the outside hitter. So when she takes a strong approach, gets blocked, and they set her again, a lot of times she doesn't have time to get back. That ball falls in.
Drops for an ace.
It's one of the things that Coach was talking to us about beforehand, wanted to make sure they didn't have any of those communication errors. I think they actually called the ball out, so they were talking, they were just wrong, which to me, early on is an okay error.
Delmonico across. Osseo able to keep it alive and get it over. And then a dump by the setter Zier for a point.
That's a great rally. Big swing from the outside here. We'll take a look. That ball dug. It's chaos, but you'll notice Smith never lost track of the ball. That ball, she stayed with it the whole time, never got to that celebrating early space.
Off of Steester, and then Andy talked about it, the great serving tonight from Abby Embacher. Here we go again. Really no margin for error here for the Eagles. Osseo sitting at 23. And that one in the net by Arndorfer. Now it is set point. Janelle Strike back to serve. And that's off of Embacher, and set 2 goes to Osseo.
Yeah, good change of pace there from Osseo as they switched up what they were looking like in serve receive. They didn't try to be perfect there. They just took care of one touch at a time, able to take a simple lead and hold on to it for a 25-18 set 2 win. We're tied at 1 apiece.
Take time out, come back. More high school volleyball from the Northwest Suburban Conference live on CCX right after this.
Show me
Welcome back to Totino-Grace High School. We are tied at a set apiece. John Jacobson, Andy Gugesberg. You're ready for set 3. And you look at first-year head coach Kelsey Belisle, who I mentioned has coaching experience in the past, just not a high school head coach. But here's where she's been, Andy. And you get a lot of experience, a lot of different coaches and kids you get to work with to get to 2020 here.
Yeah, I mean, starting up in Duluth, that Minnesota North Volleyball Club that she worked at for 3 years there, high-end program, great coaching staff, premier, run by some great people out of Andover, definitely learned under some great coaches there, and then kind of took off, went down to Kennedy down in Bloomington, and has been coaching down in that area for the last 3 seasons at club with a very talented M1 team, coaching their 16-3 team. Due to a move, decided that maybe getting closer to the north side here would be a good idea. And her first season, her first match at the helm for Totino, and they're here split 1-1 with Osseo.
Full disclosure, she is also the fiancée of our director, Isaac Rice, who's in the truck tonight.
Well, that's great. Congratulations to those two. And I'm really excited that we didn't see hearts and rainbows in that last little graphic then.
Well, Andy, we did a couple of, next graphic maybe. We did a couple matches with your wife back in the day, when she, not coaching at Blaine this year, but we did do some matches of hers, and that was always fun too.
It certainly was. And then I'll tell you, one of my favorite memories was last year when you guys were busy doing football, I think it was, and she and I got to call the state championship that Wayzata won. Scott Jackson's squad bringing home the title last year.
We are underway in set 3. I remember what that was. Jay Wilcox had something. I was at the Gophers Penn State football game with my youngest son, and I was like, I'm not going to make 5 o'clock first set. So you guys did a great job in that.
It was a lot of fun.
What a terrific match it was, too.
Absolutely.
Wayzata rallying, down match, 3 match points to come back and win?
Yeah, and just the match that Helmick put on in that whole tournament, really, but especially in the state final, she was a woman possessed. It was a lot of fun to call.
Back to the matters at hand here. We are underway here in set 3. Osseo again getting out to a 2-0 lead, and this will make it 3-0. It's played by Strike off the hands of Embacher.
Embacher not happy with her play there. Knows she could have been in a better spot. Strike just trying to keep that ball alive and sends it deep into the cross court.
Bauer, good serve. Smith's ready for it. Zier, quick set. Double contact whistled against Grace, and that's 4-0.
Little unclean with that set there, but again, Tim and I are going to disagree on a lot of those ball handling calls. I think we just let them play at this point in the season. Zier
over by Delmonico is able to recover as the ball came right back to her. Outside, Henches got a swing on it for Osseo, and Eagles can't return it. And much like set 2, Osseo scored the first 5 points here, the third set. And seemed to be playing with more confidence too, Andy, Osseo.
Yeah, they figured out how to take care of a tough server and get her off the service line a couple different times. That makes a big difference for them. Not playing from behind, you're going to play with a lot more confidence.
Bauer serving well too, and that's an ace. Smith up off the beam and straight down. 6-0 Osseo.
Yeah, Bauer just serving well here. That's a really good serve, and Smith kind of gets her hips out in front of where they should be. A lot of problems there. That's a much better pass in rhythm.
A little awkward play, but Zurich able to get it over. Steester caught all tape on that one. Point for Osseo. So they get on the board here, trailing 6-1. Arndorfer back in for the Eagles as Embacher serves. Steester up off a beam. That's a point.
I think the beam is winning, John.
Right, the beam is
that
definitely
beam has
winning
scored
tonight.
10 or 12 points tonight. And there we see the MVP, although I don't know for which team yet.
Ball goes back to Steester, and Arndorfer tips it back. The Eagles with 3 in a row here.
Steester gets a nice high set like she likes. She just runs under it a little bit into the block.
Off Steester, another ace. Teckham tried to get a hand on it. It did, but couldn't get the ball up to make another play. So Embacher's served well tonight. Will continue this run here for the Eagles. You keep going at the player, right, until they can return it. Steester that time into the net.
Yeah, this game is more mental than most people will ever think about, and Mandy Berrien's going to call a timeout and see if they can ice the server back there. Steester needs a minute, needs to calm down, probably needs a little reassurance from her teammates, but again, when you're the leader on the team and you've got a freshman next to you in serve receive, I don't know that you want to pinch yourself out and let the freshman cover more court there, but something's got to change. They've got to get a different look in order to get Embacher off, get Embacher off the line here. She doesn't, it's not a fancy serve, it's a dead float. She hits the back of the ball well, and it dances off her hand. It's not a jump float, there's no rotation to it, but it's so consistent. I think she's missed twice, but she's also served 20-some times.
Now 6-5, Steester handles this ball flawlessly. Sear to the middle, Smith across, dug up by Teckham. Strike, nice run to the ball, over by Bauer. Well played by Osseo, good point.
Really nice point there, and all they needed to do, first of all, I thought that Embacher took a little off that serve there, maybe just wanted to make sure she put something in play and didn't give it back. Steester able to breathe as a result and get a ball off the net to her setter.
Serve by Strike. Dug up by Smith. Zier runs to it and then over by Smith. And off Bauer. Point Eagles.
Bauer and Strike kind of trying to communicate that seam. They got time. I believe they call this a zero match, if I remember correctly. This won't count towards conference standings. It's just a match to get them going.
Here's Steester off hands and a point for Osseo. 8-6.
It's a big swing from Steester. In-system ball. They go to her anyway. She's able to swing around the block, something she hasn't been very good at today. Must have got her feet to the ball a little bit better that time and worked around that middle blocker.
That serve into the net by Griebenau, giving a point to the Eagles. At 8-7, here we are in set 3. Grace winning the first one tonight, 25-14. The Orioles come back, win the second set, 25-18. Scramble, Bauer can't get it to the net. We're tied at 8 after Osseo had started with a 6-0 lead.
A lot of back and forth here tonight, John. Serve receive hasn't been the cleanest, but we wouldn't expect it to be this early in the season.
Zurich down for an ace. Sophomore gets the point.
When we get the season started with our middle school kids, with our high school kids, with everybody, ooh, that's close. That's a great call, though, on that ball down the line. The serve game is always ahead of the pass game. And so as the season progresses, the pass will get better. There's one there, decent pass. Steester cross court and down off the hands for a point. Zurich's in the right position, just not able to get her hands strong on the ball and make it go forward. We'll take a look. Yeah, that's a good rhythm swing. That's a nice set. Absolutely what we're trying to do to get out of the rotation. Steester to the back line.
Tied at 9. Long.
My chuckle, Tim urged the player that was in the right front to take a step in to make sure she was in a legal position to play. Almost had another rotation fault there.
Arndorfer steps up and serves. Strike plays it. To Bauer and over by Strike. Quick set to McGeehan in the middle, and that's a point.
I like Coach Belisle's system here. It's not run fast to the middle. It's hang a ball to the middle and let her go hit over people. It works for both of these middle attackers for her team.
Bauer swinging. That's tipped by the Eagles and a point for Osseo.
Chang entering the game back to serve. She had a couple nice defensive plays during a nice service run her last time on the court. We'll see what she does here.
Point for the Eagles on the serve into the net.
Take a look at this nice swing here. Did she? I didn't see it catch the block. It may have caught the. Yeah, I think the backcourt touched that ball there.
Ball floated across. Over by played by Delmonico rather, but into the net. Orioles with a point. They're back to within one at 12-11.
Miscommunication there. Gonna be early problems, and hopefully they can get things situated. Double checking. We've got everybody in the right spot. Serve receive looking good here.
Checkham serving. Back set. Ball across. And a point for the Eagles on the swing by Abby Zier.
Yeah, Zier, the undersized right side setter, really healthy swing though. We call that the hypotenuse corner. She puts it into the deep cross court. Really nice swing.
What a good match tonight, I think, Andy.
Absolutely, really doing a lot of things well.
Back set, Bauer across, gets the point.
That's when you know things are going well, when there's a lot of serve-receive kills, first ball side outs. That's when teams are in rhythm. That's the way the game should get played for a while here.
Back row and over. Played by M. Bacher. That one's dropped in nicely. Eagles can't recover on that ball. Right place. And we'll get this touch again.
Yeah.
Teckham dropping it over.
Yeah, Embacher's way deep in base defense. That play's going to be open a lot.
Bumped across by DeZurek. It's set to the middle. And Osseo getting it up in the air. Over by Steester. Dump over, and Zier gets the point.
The amount of back row setter dumps that have scored is just this side of embarrassing. That's a really great spot, but the backcourt for Osseo has to be aware.
And we're seeing it on both sides.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Totino making that same error. Great swing through the seam of the block.
Steester, Arndorfer again. She's had her number a few times tonight. She has timed that perfectly.
She timed it well, but Tim Harlow calls her in. Oh, no. It was the right side was in the net there. It's a good call by the UP official on the net violation, but you're absolutely right. Arndorfer has been reading Steester all night long here.
So the Orioles get the point. They're tied again now at 14. That'll be an ace. Janelle Strike puts Osseo back in front.
The give and take of serve receive. When the pass is good, they're able to get that first ball side out. When the pass is not, the other team's going on runs on both sides of the net tonight.
Good decision there by Embacher. Hold the hands down, let it go long. 15 all. Celia DeMonico. Senior swings, and it's right back to Osseo on the service error.
First game of the year, going to have a lot of, I call them unforced errors. I don't know if that's the technical term or not, but just errors that aren't led by somebody else causing you to do something.
Grebenau, that's off Delmonico. Ace for Osseo.
We see another good serve, making Delmonico move to her right. She's not able to get her hips behind it.
Zier back. Here's Steester, front row, blocked by Arndorfer at the net. Over by Strike. Quick set pushed over by Smith off the set from Zier. Long rally here, swing, and it's out of play. Point for the Eagles. On the ball hit wide by Teckham.
If I were to guess, I would say Arndorfer also plays basketball. The way she moves along the net, the way she uses her hands independently when she's blocking, does a lot of really nice things up there.
Serve long by DeZurek. Osseo point. They lead it by 2 here in set 3.
Steeser with a serious look on her face, back to serve.
Whistle double contact on Grace. 19-16 Osseo. Trying to get some points late here and go up 2-1 if they can. Steester back to serve. Embacher, long run, and then played over by Zier, where they had to scramble on that ball. Bauer across. It's played by DeZurek. Left side and across by Smith. It's long, and it's an Osseo point. And they're at 20.
A deep corner is wide open. That's a really good idea by Smith to hit that shot. She just misses.
Good float serve there by Steester outside Zier. Another double contact call on the Eagles.
Double contact, that's 3 or 4 in a row. Coach trying to calm the squad down there.
21-16.
Uh-oh.
The middle over. Arndorfer getting it down.
That's how you should handle a back row setter dump. Middle blocker goes up and takes it as a set to her. Exactly right. I'd like to see that not catch tape, but really good eyes there by Arndorfer, and she'll go back to serve.
Needs to get a little run for her team here, trailing by 4. They go for that dump again, and this time Delmonico comes up to play it. Zier across off Strike for a point.
Strike not able to be calm. Tries to do too much. Oh, she committed to her hands and then saw that the ball was coming high. Nice serve.
Over by Bauer. Well played by Delmonico, and Smith gets it across for the Eagles. Steester for Bauer again, able to tip it off of Zier and down.
Very deceptive push there by Bauer. Looked like she was going to put something on that, then just catches it with a couple fingers. And we'll have a timeout here from Totino. So late in set 3 here, down 18-22, need a quick side out. So let's see if they can pass the ball up and off the net. See if they can get the ball to, I think McGee hands the middle in the front row right now. They run her on that 32. I think that's the play that's going to score for them. Osseo still has Steester in the back row, although Bauer's been doing a nice job scoring some points for the Orioles. We'll see what happens off this timeout and what each team is going to be bringing to the table.
Hope you've enjoyed our coverage so far tonight. Andy and I will have more matches throughout the seasons. We get around the Northwest Suburban Conference. We got a Lake Conference match coming up later this month between Hopkins and Wayzata, and just looking forward to the schedule as it is. There will be no state tournament this year in any of Minnesota's fall sports, but we will have volleyball into December. Here's what's coming up on CCX, our first football game of the season. Friday night, Wayzata, defending state 6A champion, taking on Prior Lake. Section soccer coming up next Wednesday. And then 2 more football games late MEA week, next Thursday. Hopkins at Armstrong. And then Friday night, Cooper at home against Orono. All of those games live here on CCX. 22-18 late here in set 3. Panachang back in to serve. Eagles awarded a point.
I didn't see what happened.
So,
might have been a rotation fault, might have been a... Oh, we had an 8-second call. Tim Harlow going to the well.
we're playing by the book tonight.
Hey, listen, that's why they wrote it.
They go to Bauer and gets that point back for Osseo.
Bauer finding the edge of the block here. Really nice swing from her, catching the right hand of Dzurek and out of bounds.
(23-19). Tecum serves. And that is long on the swing by Zier, and now we are at set point. 24-19. Eliana Tecum serving for the set. But ball over by McGeehan, but missed. And Osseo wins set 3, 25-19. They book on a late scoring run, and they're up now, Andy, 2-1.
Yeah, it's as per always, it's the winner of the serve and pass battle tends to win the match. And right now, all 3 sets, that's been the story. In set 1, Embacher goes on a 10-point run, and they win that one running away. In sets 2 and 3, Osseo winning that serve and pass battle, not with a 7-8 point run of their own, but just consistency throughout, and they're up 2-1.
We'll come back. More volleyball from Totino-Grace High School as the Eagles take on the Orioles. Live on CCX in a moment. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Some of the fun tonight at Totino-Grace High School. John Jacobson, Andy Gugelsberg back here on CCX1. The Orioles from Osseo now leading 2-1 as we go to set 4 in a quiet gym. We talked about this early. No fans tonight. Again, a few parent volunteers, but fans will be allowed back in the building soon. The State High School League and sending out a press release today that under new guidelines from the Department of Education that all indoor sports, volleyball being one of them obviously, concerts, plays, competitions, performances, any similar events that have spectators will, for at least right now, be allowed 2 people per participant. So volleyball, where you have 18 girls on the team, up to 36 fans per side going forward. They're not implemented right now in volleyball, and this just came out today, but going forward at some point this season.
Interestingly enough, the Northwest has said not yet today, but I did talk to some of my friends whose kids are playing, and they're able to go already tonight.
Right now. Okay.
Some different conferences, and the thing is if you're prepared for it, you could get it done. But in talking with a couple of the Northwest Suburban ADs today, just too much other chaos going on in order to make that happen. So they'll get their fans in later on. Hopefully they're at home watching us right now.
Underway here in set 4, and Osseo getting off to the quick lead. And well played there by Bauer. That one off the beam again on the hit by Steester. Long rally here over by Zier. Played by Henches, now over by Bauer.
Wow.
Good dig up on the ball by Smith. Left side, Delmonico swing, doesn't get over the net. Oh, and a terrific hustle on that play by Embacher to get to the ball. We still go on, and then it into the net by Bauer.
Lots of great touches on that rally, but my favorite has to be Bryn Smith laying out to her right with the hook to bring that ball back in on a great shot down the line from Bauer. A little shoe timeout. Calm everybody down, give them some air.
Yeah, we saw in that the open we had coming into the set out of the timeout, out of the break, the emotions that the players are still playing with. The tough thing is they don't have their fans to feed off of. Whether it be parents or their their peers aren't able to enjoy it and cheer them on.
Right. Yeah. I think my guess is if we were to guess who's watching this feed right now, it's a lot of parents. It's maybe some grandparents. It's a lot of family. The Totino-Grace student section probably didn't go home tonight, log on to their computer, and come in to watch. They would be here live if they could.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a different feel. So, but you saw it throughout the entire match, especially when Totino's had some of those big blocks. They turn to each other. They get that energy from each other to rally them for the next couple of points.
Zier coming off the ace serve and tied it at 2. Serves again. Ball in the middle, played up by Zier, and McGeehan. Too much air on that and out. Osseo ties it up at 3.
Yeah, McGeehan, uncharacteristic for her. She hasn't missed many. Look for them to get her the ball back here.
Bauer served to the back row, played by Delmonico. Nice dump over for a point by Zier. 4-3 Grace. Arndorfer in as Embacher goes back to serve. Was right at strike off of her and an ace.
She's lethal back there, looking for another run here.
Embacher, another one. This one off Steester. And unable to recover. After night 1, Embacher may lead the state in if you go to the volleyball hub tomorrow at ace serves, right?
Yeah, it'd be pretty unlikely that anybody else is going to get more in a 4-set match than she will today.
That's over. Good serve, but played by Bauer. They go to Steester. Tax, and it's down for a point.
Great location on that set. Steester able to take it because it's off the net. She's able to get a cross-court swing in on that ball.
Except pushed across. In the middle by Arndorfer. Here's Steester again, goes down line. Great layout by Smith. Quick set, Barlow playing it across. Smith runs up on that ball. Left side swing, Delmonico misses. Point Osseo.
Good rally, another great defensive effort by Smith there. Just missing, I think, wide on that swing.
Delmonico over here. Point for the Eagles. And they're leading 7-5.
Zier just kind of bumped that ball up and back and hoped that Delmonico could get to it, and she does a really nice job getting her feet to the ball.
Steester gets to that ball, but Orioles unable to get it up to the net and over. Ace for the Eagles. Trying to push this to a 5th set. And misses long. 8-6, Grace. Greba now serving for Osseo. Back row, Delmonico. Set it left side and a cross by Smith. Marlowe Steester, a little touch on it. Zier, Hembacher, left side swing by Smith again. Strike. Looks like she's going to run up to play it. It drops in front of her. Point for the Eagles.
A little miscommunication between her and Barlow there, and ball drops in between the two of them. We do have the student managers still here, and that's a pretty important part of high school volleyball.
That'll go down as an ace for Megan Zurich.
Strike not able to get behind that ball. Mandy Burrion giving her a little pointer there. Feet first. She goes with her arms and not her feet, and as a result sends that ball out of bounds.
10-6, Steester plays this one to the net, down, but on the Orioles side of the net. And the Eagles with a little run here, now leading 11-6. Zurich serves into the net, 11-7. Steester. Delmonico handled it in back row. Smith floats it across. That ball returned by Arndorfer wide. 11-8.
Good use there by Bauer, knowing she can't get that ball past that big block. She does a really nice job of throwing it off the block and out of bounds.
Ball pushed across. Good recovery by Arndorf for adjusting to that ball and getting across for a point.
Yeah, she gets up well. She's in the air early. Set kind of gets past her, but her long arm, she reaches across and is able to make a great play putting that ball where no one can touch it.
And gets the serve here, Strike handling it. And an Eagles point off the kill from Zier. 13-8, Grace. Arndorfer, great serve, but handled well by Strike. Overpass, though, came to Zier, and they get the point, 14-8.
14-8, it's a big run here. Another overpass kill.
Long on the serve, 14-9. Embacher back in for Grace. Chang in for Osseo. Delmonico had to scramble that one. Goes an ace for Chang. Point for Osseo.
Clean first contact. Totino needs one right here.
And that one crawls over. McGeehan was in the right spot to play at. And Zier off of hands and down. Able to get it off of Sharapata, and a point for Grace.
Zier might be the biggest 5'6" kid I've seen play in a while. She does a great job of taking fearless swings there. Beats the block on that one to give TG the 5-point lead.
Smith serve to the back row to Bauer. Back set, ball pushed over. Monaco, Steester digs that ball up. Bauer, that's a point for the Eagles. 4 hits on the Osseo side. The lead is 6 with Smith serving. Delmonico swing off. Bauer, Seaster rallies to get it. Then pushed across by Teckham. Quick set in the middle to McGeehan. Dug up by Griebenau. Delmonico this time into the net. And the point goes to Osseo on a good rally.
I like that out-of-system ball from Smith to Delmonico. Delmonico got to recognize her feet weren't quite there. Take a little bit better swing.
Teckham serving, your team down by 5. And it's out off of the hit by Delmonico. It's 4-point set here. Quick back set over by Zier. Come back to Bauer. That is down for an Osseo point. Well, the Orioles rallying here. They're full within 3.
Another good serve.
And that's a good swing by Delmonico. After missing a couple, this time gets into it and gets the point.
Yeah, really nice job of getting her feet to the ball, extending her arm, and finishing her swing.
Zier serves, and right in front of strike in a serve.
Zier scoring points from the front court and the back court here. Another service ace, and it's a 5-point lead late here in set 4.
That'll go as another ace. 19-13. Timeout Osseo.
Take a look at this serve here. The bottom drops out of it. Bauer not able to bring that ball back in, and then a great effort to get a second touch on it, but it wasn't going to be anything overly productive. 19-13 Totino up here in set 4. We've waited 11 months to do some volleyball. Right. We might as well get a 5-setter in right out of the chute.
Absolutely.
Good volleyball. It's been a tale of two sides, though. Whichever side is taking care of the first touch tends to be winning the set. That's going to be the story just about every time you're talking about the game of volleyball. Right now, if you're Totino-Grace and first-year head coach Kelsey Belisle, it's about maintaining your control, making sure you take care of the ball in front of you, serve tough, work hard on defense. If you like the set, take your swing. If you don't, put it across the net, give yourself a chance to maybe make another play. Osseo on the other side starting to feel some pressure here. Know they have the opportunity to put this away in 4 if they put a run together. But right now, serve reception causing some problems in the last 3 or 4 points.
Abby Zier's really played well in all facets of the game tonight. Will serve again here for the Eagles. Set and over, and Zier able to get up to that ball and play it. A little dump, but the Eagles ready for it this time. Again, Zier on the ball. Delmonico to Seaster. We'll set it across for Bauer. It's high up in the air. And not quite enough on it. Trying to get it over was Dzurek.
Yeah, great hustle across the board there by Totino. Good first touch again from Smith. Great follow, and just not quite enough to get that ball across the net.
Bauer serving. A side attack by Dzurek, and missed.
Yeah, they went real fast to Dzurek there. I don't think she was expecting the ball that quick. Didn't get to it before it got outside the antenna.
19-15, Orioles back to within 4. Dzurek here, too much on the ball. 19-16.
And just like that, another 3-point run, this time by the Orioles.
It's set, put over by McGeehan. I think she was in the net. Yep.
It's a real tight set there. They've been running her off the net, and she's been able to be very productive with it. That time they trap her onto the net, and she has no choice but to go into the net after she swings.
Bauer with an ace serve. It's 19-18.
Back within one is Osseo. Look for a timeout here, and we're going to get one. Timeout, Totino-Grace. They lead by one, but it's a 5-point run here for Osseo. So looking for something simple to get out of the rotation. There you see the coach talking to her primary passers, letting them know that, hey, we don't need perfection. We just need something we can run offense with. Feet first, up and off the net, setter, run your play, hang a ball to somebody who can go up and take a productive swing. Osseo on the other side of the net, they're going to need to stay calm, and they need this serve in off the timeout. It doesn't need to be at anybody specific. All three passers have done some good things and have struggled at times. I think right now, Bauer, especially because it's Bauer and we have Steester in the front row, you want to make sure this serve is in and hope that you can beat them in a transition game.
(19-18) as Osseo looks to tie it here in set 4. McGeehan, late move on the ball, but is able to get it over. Over by Henches. A dump by Zier for the point. 20-18.
Finally get out of that rotation as Zier throws it across on 2 again. Not traditional point scoring happening in this match. Libero's going on service runs. Back row setters dumping on 2. Great hustle there.
Yep. Steester will get the point on the kill to make it 20-19. We'll get it back to Janelle Strike for the serve. On a roll, and Barlow gets the block on Arndorfer.
It's one of the few times we've called her name tonight. She's in there for blocking purposes, and she does a great job there, eyeing up what Arndorfer's trying to do and throwing her hands across. Really nice block there.
And we're tied at 20. Barlow gets another hand on the ball here. Pushed across by Osseo. Steester trying to rip one, does, but out of play.
It's the right choice. They're getting Steester the ball. She's got to find a way to finish that swing and put that ball in play.
21-20, Totino. Set to Steester again. This time finds the right spot and gets the right swing.
Yeah, when she tries to go cross court, it's pretty low percentage. When she's taken this ball into what we call the langle, it's not down the line, but it's not into the 6. She's able to make that, especially when Smith is in the front row and it's Delmonico back there. She's able to score a lot of points hitting into that 1-6 seam.
Smith and then over by Delmonico, handled by Strike. Back set, but too tight to the net. No chance on that ball to be played by Griebenau, and it's a point for Totino-Grace. Back and forth we go here, late in set 4, 22-21 Eagles trying to extend this one. Back row handled by Delmonico. Back set here for Zier. Out, not touched by Strike, I don't think. She took a dive at it, but, yes, but didn't.
That's a real good-looking swing. Again, just missing off the end line there. I like the aggressiveness from both sides here. Normally when it gets tight late, we see a lot of tips, a lot of rolls. These kids are here to play.
With ball in the middle, and Arndorfer puts it away.
32 again for Arndorfer. That's been her bread and butter swing. Takes it straight into the 1-6.
Zurich with the set. Arndorfer puts her team in front, and now back to serve. Off Steester, Strike gets a hand on it, and then over by Tecum. Well played by Osseo, or by Griebenau rather. There's Bauer across. Back row. Delmonico punches it over. Back set again, off hands and down. Osseo point.
Good rally, good aggressive play from both sides of the net. This is what we're here for. They want to see these kids competing all the way to the end, and that's exactly what we have.
Checkham's kill ties it at 23. Chang back in to serve. Oh, a little set, nobody to play it. Zurich putting it up in the air. Hits the floor, and now it is match point.
Tough time for some miscommunication there from Totino-Grace. I like Smith here if they can get her the ball.
Smith had the first touch on it. Goes to Zier over. Chang, good play on the ball. Steester across. Back to Zier again, over for a point. We're tied at 24. Abby Zier again with another huge point for her team.
Yeah, the junior setter doing a really nice job when she gets the swing opportunities.
Bryn Smith to serve. Tied at 24. Bauer gets down to take the first play and over by Steester. Quick set over by McGee and some play at the net. Smith scrambles to get to it. Zurich to Delmonico. Oh, and then it drops. Right in front of Griebenau, and it's a point. And now it's set point for Totino.
Great rallies, good volleyball. Smith to serve.
Ball goes to Bauer. Cross handled by Smith. To Zurich. Delmonico pushing it across. Back set over by Teckham. Here's Zier attacking. Off the ceiling and down. Now let's play 5.
Zier's number gets called again, and she comes through in the clutch again. 26-24, set 4 win for Totino-Grace. Really good volleyball down the stretch. Aggressive play, and there you see the two setters talking to each other about just a trust factor to get each other the ball down the stretch. Well played.
As we go to break, we'll take a look at that final point again as Totino-Grace scores the final 3 points here of set 4, and we go to a 5th set. More volleyball on CCX after this.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
Opening night of high school volleyball in Minnesota, and on CCX, John Jacobson, Andy Gugelsberg with the 5th and deciding set between the Orioles of Osseo, Totino-Grace Eagles tonight. First one to 15.
Yeah, as well it needs to be. The first night back, I mean, the first set was a 25-14 blowout. Second set was 25-18 the other way, then 25-19. Set 4, we finally had a real contested set throughout, and now we're going to play one quick one to 15 and to see who comes out and starts their season without a blemish.
Abby Zier with the serve, picked up by Janelle Strike. Bradley Steester playing it across. We are underway in the 5th set. Delmonico off hands. First point goes to the Eagles.
Nice set from Zier out there. Delmonico finding the edge of the block and down for the early lead.
Zier's serving. Strike, back set. Over by Bauer. Good run to the ball by Zier. Touched across by Zurich. Double contact called on Grace, and a point for Osseo. Bauer back to serve. Monaco had that one come up on her, but able to play it. Zurich over, sliding it down off the net. Point for the Eagles. Arndorfer back in to replace McGeehan as Embacher goes back to serve.
It's a really nice swing on an out-of-system ball by Zurich.
All the Steester across. Nice pickup on the ball and then over by Zier. But that initial pass from Embacher and Digg, what makes that play, and she'll get a chance to put her team up 4-1. Swing across and over by Katie Henches. Back row, good play on the ball by Strike. Comes Grace back, chipped over by Arndorfer. Strike, another good pickup in the back row. Steester had to back up on that ball, and it's a point for Osseo.
Long rally, net violation. That's what you'll get in a set 5. The kids are tired. So first match of the year, they weren't expecting to go 5, yet here we are. Clean first touch is going to matter here off this serve.
Strike serve, played by Embacher. Left side across and over by Arndorfer. Here's Henches with the play on it. Handled by Embacher over. Easter just got a hand on that. Smith had to go back row to play it. And this one not over. Monaco couldn't quite adjust enough on that ball, and Osseo's in front, 4-3.
That setter dump that was working for Osseo early has not worked the last 5 or 6 times.
Excuse me, 3-3 score. And now we get the 7th point. This one's off the antenna. Now Osseo in front.
Leave that ball inside. Let the big kid go up and take a swing. They don't need to be precise to Arndorfer. She's able to go over the block here.
And that time the set just missing her. It's timed a little bit, and Osseo now up by 2 at 5-3. Well, one across, but Zier is right in the right spot to play it. Smith says, I'll take it, and does. Back set to Henches. Zier across, Delmonico cutting it, off strike and out.
Big swing there from Delmonico. Out of system in transition. She's able to take a healthy cut on it and get the point, get herself into the backcourt to serve here. Foot fault on the serve there.
It makes it 6-4 Osseo. Jada Greben out to serve. Off Delmonico. And Zier got a hand on it, but couldn't get it up to Zurich. That's an ace. And Osseo out by 3. Seven to 4. Quick set, and another big swing by Arndorfer. Much needed point for Grace. Pull them back to within 2.
It's not as complicated as we make it sometimes. Set the big kid high and let her go get it. Really nice swing there.
Serve long from Zurich. Point Osseo. A side swing over by Zier. And that one over by Bauer. Gets a good set and able to knock it down for a point.
Bauer off speed, off the block and down. 4-point lead here Totino running out of runway.
That one will drop over and across by Smith. Good recovery. Didn't look like they were going to be able to play that. Bauer to the net. Deer into the net and comes up and landed a little hard and on the other side of the net as well. It looks like she's all right.
Just a scary moment,
Yeah.
not a bad moment. Just scary there. We'll take another look here. She goes up, it's tight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of people there.
Yeah, well, Dzurek
Didn't see her either as well. Yep.
Eagles catch a break here on a service error. Still a lot of work to do for Grace. Trailing 10-6, but they get the serve back.
See if Arndorfer can put a little run together.
Ball set to Bauer, but her swing into the net. 10-7. Arndorfer floating it to Steester. And down for a point. It's Alex McGeehan with the kill.
McGeehan, great presence at the net there. Totino back within 2.
10-8. Oh, Bauer again, unable to push it across. Had the first touch on the ball. And now the 4-0 run by Grace. Osseo will take timeout.
Yeah, it was 10-5, and then we had a couple uncharacteristic errors from Bauer, who's been steady for 4.5 sets. Good timeout here from Coach Beery, and we'll see how they come off the timeout. Again, take care of the first ball, set it high, make it hittable, and then attacker go take a comfortable downhill swing and see what happens. On the other side of the net, Totino's doing everything they need to right now. Arndorfer doing a great job behind the service line after a strong 3 rotations in the front row. They need just consistency. Keep working hard, keep working for one more touch, send the ball across and see what happens. I'll say this, the DJ's doing a really nice job tonight.
I like the little Heart Barracuda interlude we had there. Is that Mike Smith, the AD?
I think
in
so.
charge of that?
Many hats.
Arndorfer serving, trying to tie it up here for the Eagles. Set for Steester. Played across by Arndorfer. Osseo getting it back and swung over by the Orioles. Delmonico gets hands on it. That's off the ceiling and down. Griebenau getting hands on it, goes off that beam, gets the beam with another point tonight. And we are tied at 10.
Race to 5 in the 5th.
Arndorfer back row. Played and over by the Orioles. Quick set to Dzurek. Kill McGeehan. The 6'2 sophomore with a couple of big points here late.
McGeehan, really nice job. They actually ran quick, and the Osseo block not ready for it. Great time for that ball.
6 in a row for Totino-Grace. Steester, Eagles were there, but couldn't play the overpasses. Smith would run on that ball by Teckham. Smith gets to Zier for the point.
Zier just playing at a whole nother level right now. Fearless swing again from her on an out-of-system ball that the coach in me says, hey, let's just get that ball in play. Zier, knowing better than me, takes her swing and gets a point.
Arndorfer, terrific serve. Orioles are in scramble mode and can't get it over.
That's 8 in a row, John. And I think, are we getting another timeout? We are. Another timeout here.
For Osseo.
A lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. Now it's just got to be a deep breath and a pass. Totino can't let their foot off the gas, though. They've got to come ready to play here off this timeout. What do we got coming up, John?
Eagles' next match will be Monday at Spring Lake Park, and Osseo's next match, they will be at Coon Rapids next Wednesday. Their first home match of the season, Monday, October 19th against Anoka. Our next volleyball match, I believe, is on the 21st. Cooper and Benilde St. Margaret's, a Metro West Conference match.
It should be an okay match.
Yeah.
Should be an okay match. There was a rumor earlier that the head coach at Benilde was going to move on, but I think because of the late, quick change, he did decide to stick it out for one more year.
Arndorfer served well here, and this one goes long. You're right. You can't take your foot off the gas, right? 13-11.
Now we'll see what happens here. As Chang's going to go back to serve. She can go on a run. We'll see what happens.
Embacher back in for Totino-Grace. On a Chang serve. Good one. Delmonico overpass. High Bauer. And down for a point.
12-13. Totino, I think, still sitting on both timeouts if they want to use one here.
Chang serve. Played back row by Embacher. Well, and Zier can't get up on that ball. And now quick 3 in a row for Osseo, and we are tied up at 13. Chang to serve. Back set to Zier. Missed. Oh, got it down for a point. Got that back line, and then Grace. 14-13, and now it's match point. Oh,
Big
yeah, that's
swing.
definitely in.
Yeah, in by
We're
a
on
while.
the far side of that court, but that's in by a good ball.
Zier just fearless. Been so fun to watch her play this match. Watch her kind of play comfortable no matter what the score is. Match point.
Smith serve. Steester back row gets hands on it. They go to Bauer across and over. At the net, played again by Embacher. Quick set, no double contact, into the call, or lift called rather, against Dezurek, and we're tied at 14.
Dezurek knew she wanted to get McGeehan that ball. McGeehan not in the air on time. She tried to hold it a little bit to give her middle a little more time. Ball handling error called.
Here's Teckham serving. And that's down. A little collision there between Smith and Embacher. It's down. It's an ace, and now it's match point for Osseo.
Timeout coming here. 14-15. Totino trails here in set 5. We go back to that last serve. There was a ball very similar to that. I believe it was in set 3 that they both opened up and let drop. Didn't want to do that here to give them the free momentum. Just made a late choice. So right now, if you're Totino, you're looking at who's in the front row, who do we have where. I believe they still have Zier in the front row, which means that Dezurek's going to be running the offense here, unless they run the old switcheroo and let Zier set. But it looks like she's going to be back in serve receive, ready to take care of this ball. Service line for Osseo, match point.
15-14, here we go. Match point as Teckham serves off of Smith. And that's the way it ends. And the Orioles win set 5, 16-14.
Up 10-5, then down 13-10, and they come back to win it 16-14. Great finish for Osseo. Totino playing some great volleyball throughout the day as well. Clean volleyball. Towards the end, a little bit of hiccup on both sides. Very well done. Good to see these teams out playing again. That's probably my big takeaway. Seeing them put the jerseys on and represent for the schools. Really exciting stuff.
A couple things we didn't see tonight, Andy. Teams didn't switch benches. And at the end, they didn't shake hands at the end. They waved at each other and go to their own, keep at their own respective benches. And we get a match in tonight to start the season, and this was fun.
It certainly was. You're not going to see the same type of volleyball we saw 11 months ago down at the Excel Energy Center. These kids are just getting back to playing together. The fact that they stayed energy-wise up the whole time. I was expecting a 5-set match. Somebody's going to run out of gas. These kids haven't been conditioned, but you can tell whether it's the volleyball coaches or the strength coaches or whoever, both teams really well stamina'd for this particular match. Really excited to see where both of these teams go from here. It's a long season with a lot of fun to play for.
Good to see you again, Andy.
You as well, sir. This was a good time. Look forward to doing it again soon.
Our schedule is up on our website, ccxmedia.org. More matches to come yet and for the regular season of volleyball and then the playoffs into December. Hope you've enjoyed it. For all of our great crew and for Andy Gugersberg, I'm John Jacobson. Season opener for 2020 in high school volleyball. It's the Osseo Orioles in 5 sets over Totino-Grace.